Faithfulness is a process. You can't say you've already attained, because with every person you still find out something that you didn't know before. Yes, but we are deliberately working at being one.
We have Christians, we have churchgoers. Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have Christians, we have churchgoers. You might be going to church and not know Christ. That is very, very valid.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow. As usual, we discuss everything and anything, and I'm your host, Fine Boy David. Today we'll be discussing getting a life partner. Now, a life partner is someone you are going to spend the rest of your life with. Getting one that fits you is very, very important, because this is the person whom you would have a deep, long-term emotional connection to. You would share your goals with, you would see your downtimes with, and everything. This person is going to be there for the rest of your life. So it is very, very important you get a good life partner. Now, to discuss this with me today is Mr. Cyril Abaku, the only person on this table who has a life partner. It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And a very, very single Pringle, Mola, your light. It's nice to have you on the show. Single Pringle.
So I suspect that by the time she would have left the singles, but she will come back and
she should. I want the pepper now. The pepper. I'll finally
say I was once single. But I'm now mingle.
You
because
I am the chosen.
I am the chosen.
Okay, so since you're married, we'll come back to you. Light. What are the qualities you'd like your life partner to have?
Okay, maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm still very much single. Yes, because I'm actually taking my time and looking at past experiences. I'm not holding on to the past.
The Atorodo men have showed you,
but then one way or the other, I'm trying to check my past mistakes and kind of men I've actually met in the past. Not that I'm judging based on that, but then I'm picking one or two to actually put together to this thing I actually want to say in my man. But first and first, a man that does not fear God.
So the first
genuinely.
on the list.
A man that does not fear God. See, when you have the fear of God as a man, I think every other thing would come in is under control. Do you get it? So first and first, you might not be the churchy type. You might not be the one. You might not be the type that goes to church always. You get it. But we have Christians, we have churchgoers. Do you get it? Yes, we have Christians, we have churchgoers. You might be going to church and not know Christ. That is very, very valid. So, but you must have the fear of God. Do you get it? I'm not saying you must be the churchy type, but then have the fear of God and have a mentor that, okay, when this person did something wrong, do you have somebody I can actually report you to? That when the person calls, hey, David, come and see me, you just pick your car key and get yourself down there. Not who is calling. Do you get it? You must have somebody that when something is wrong, we can equally we can actually go back to and say that, okay, sir, ma, your goddaughter or your father, your son in Christ is misbehaving, and then they can actually talk some senses to him. So that's number 2. And number 3, you have to be emotionally strong than me, stronger than me, emotionally stronger than me, because it is just very important. Let's leave it at that for now. Yeah.
That's all for now, Nabil.
For now.
As the next unmarried person on the table, I would say what I'm looking for in a partner, it's first of all the 9 fruits of the Spirit, which means the person has to fear God. But the 9
fruits of the Spirit is just one person.
Has to be born again.
Yes, person has to be born again. The 9 fruits of the Spirit. You have to have patience. Patience is one thing that women don't really have. Women don't really have patience.
And men too.
Men.
It's not a gender-based thing. Bro.
Okay. So let's say
you just want to have
my lady has to have patience. They had to remove patience and name it a virtue. Patience is the virtue. That's how important.
Are you patient yourself?
I'm very, very.
That's
what
I'm saying. It's not a gender-based thing.
Okay. I'm a very patient person, so I would like someone that is patient too. It's not just about fearing God. You must be a church goer.
Okay.
By fire, by force.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask her, can the two go to
You cannot really
you fear God,
and you're not going
and
to
you don't-
church.
You have not seen some devil in Christ.
you can go to church and not fear God.
Mhm.
But can you
yes,
really
thank
fear
you.
God and
And
not?
not go to church.
Okay, what? Okay, you know, we have some people that if you sit down with them,
Mhm.
like discuss the word of God with them, you
It's knowledge, but it's not life. It's knowledge, but it's not
they
life.
just have the okay.
It's
It's not
knowledge.
life.
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
They are two different things.
Okay, maybe. What I meant by saying not
I
go to
understand
church,
what you
like,
mean, but I think that if he fears God, we thank
He
God
will
for it.
go
But
to
he
church.
has
Worship.
also yes.
It's very important.
Yeah.
You get yeah. Okay, so.
Okay, now continuing. I would like someone that is
Every of the spirit in one
emotionally.
person. It's even possible.
Why? we are,
Why is
No, I'm
that?
not saying-
Why is that
That's too much
getting
from
to
God, though.
Uh-uh.
From, in just one person.
So
yeah, we'll continue.
Do you know that the 9 fruits of the spirit is complete? You have to be kind. You have to be forbearing. Abi, you have to have patience.
love, joy,
You have
peace,
to have
long
love,
suffering,
joy.
gentleness, kindness.
Why would I want
goodness,
someone that will not?
yes.
Why would I want someone that will not give me peace?
Yeah.
Why would I want someone that will not give me peace?
It looks almost unachievable.
Wait, are you telling me that? Are you telling me
I
that?
don't know.
Are you telling me that you cannot fall into the lines of the 9 fruits of the spirit? You cannot be patient. You cannot be God-fearing. You cannot
we
have
didn't
love
know
in your heart.
Goodness,
Of course.
You cannot be kind.
gentleness.
Of course.
In fact, love covers all those things. If you
Yes.
have love alone, all those remaining 8 is complete already.
Actually, you know that thing when they said the fruit, they didn't say the fruits.
The fruit.
Okay, it's just one.
Yes, and the chief fruit is love. Actually, he's right. So gentleness is a type of love. Meekness is a type of love. Goodness is a type of love. Joy is a type of love. Peace is so. There's a man that wrote an article on it many centuries ago. He explained how each of those things are types of love. So actually, one thing I know is that God wouldn't tell us to do something that He knows we can't do.
Okay.
It is very, very possible for somebody. Sometimes we're in different stages of growth. Okay. But eventually, and I mean, if you know, marriage isn't for the amateur. As you grow and you're open to growing, you realize that these things will naturally begin to
Okay.
develop in your.
But that's through Christ, anyways. Not
Yeah,
through
but that's
flesh.
what he's saying now.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Even okay, let's even put flesh to this now. Let's say this person is not a church goer. Would you, as a lady, want someone who is not kind? Want someone who is not giving self? Giving is even part of, never talk of giving.
Giving is important.
You see, can you imagine?
Very important.
Would you want someone that is not gentle? Something happened, the guy is shouting.
I know.
Me, I don't want that. I will not
Can't
shout
you,
on
eh?
you. You cannot shout on. Exactly. You have to have an ample amount of the fruit of the spirit. Let's say not all, but you have, because meekness is very hard to find these days. It's
But if
very,
you want
very hard
that,
to find.
I'm not sure you need any other thing again. That's enough.
I
No, is Christ not sufficient for you?
get where you are going, but they are there. There are plenty. And I'll end my statement there. Mr. Cyril, give us
But
That's
no,
a
yes,
lot.
you know.
Hey.
What do you want to ask him? What's the question? You can't ask
Let
him the question.
him give us.
He
his
has a
take.
woman already.
Let him give us his take now. Exactly. On
Yeah. So I
qualities
I
you should
think
look
I
for.
can.
Okay.
The question is qualities you should look for in a life
But
partner.
yes.
Yes.
Well, what did you see?
In my mind.
Eh-heh.
Well, I would say
Jesus.
Finland now.
Oh yeah. Calm down.
no, to be frank, and I'm not making this up, to be frank. My wife came embodying a lot of things that I normally could only have thought of in a dream, to be honest.
Okay.
She knows it. I tell him that since he always calls himself Fine Boy David, what he should look for should not be a fine girl Davida.
No.
What he needs is fine heart. Fine heart Davida is better than fine boy, fine girl
The
Davida.
girl still has to be fine, shall
It's fine, but please, no matter what you do, look for a fine. If not, one day you wake up and see somebody may have designed your face, and this fine boy David would have evaporated. But
Hey, she's also one.
I don't think that I can put up with somebody who is not naturally kind. I don't think
Actually.
I'm not sure I can put up with you. If you're not naturally compassionate,
Mhm.
kind, just be good. Because something about me will put you off.
Of course.
Uh,
Normally.
Yes.
They're human beings.
Mhm.
For example, when we did our first introduction, I went to a house with my family. we met our parents, met our elder brother, and so on, because our father had died. The person not just that, people came together. It was the first layer of the formal process, I remember. We went together, my parents went, my family came. We had a photographer. Not a single picture of what he took. As I speak to you today, I don't even know where those pictures are. Not a single one of them was fine. Now, in my nature, I'll just let it go.
Sure.
I'll pay him and just forget about it. But I wasn't sure how. I know her well enough, but this is marriage already, so I didn't know how she would react. So I said, "Can you imagine? These people took this picture and see how the whole thing." She said, "Leave them now." So in my heart, I said, "Thank God."
Hey.
Okay, you actually put that up.
Yes, to see together. Because if I had confessed to say, "Let's leave this thing," I don't know what her reaction would be. So I wanted to put up that
That's
video.
very wise of you.
And when she now said, "Hey, but so what are you going to do? Let's leave them." I say, thank God. You will, along the way, you know that this person that you've picked is. So when I say that, I could only have dreamed of those things. Number two, I'm saying it on TV now. There was a quality I wanted in a wife. And when I spoke to my wife and when we wanted to get married, you know what I used to tell her? I would say, "Look, I'm not looking for a good cook. Even if you don't cook well, it's not my business. There's something that I'm looking for." It was when we married, I knew that a woman that cooks well. David, it was after marriage I realized that
Good food is life.
this thing matters. To the point where she makes it, I say, "This food now, it should not finish again. If it's finished, just make the next one." But I ran out of saying that because if it was this, it was so you can't tell everything.
Everything is always so good.
So I mean that this happened. I'm not making it up. And I knew that I wanted to marry somebody from a certain profession, which she also ticked that box. And then, to be frank with you, it's everything actually. So, but to distill it now, I'll tell you this: values matter. We think alike. I know the sort of things she doesn't struggle to know what I would want and to do it even if I wasn't there. And I'm not struggling to know what she would want and to do it. So two of us we basically we're like one. We're one. Apart from that, we're vulnerable to each other. There is nothing about me that anybody would come to my wife and say, "Your husband did so and so," and she does not already know. It means it has not happened yet. Okay. There is nothing about me from the day I was born till when I'm going to die. There's nothing about me that she does not already know. She knows it. Okay, so we are that open and vulnerable. Her too. So that sort of that's what's it called? Two people becoming one. We're deliberately working towards it. We're not leaving it to accident or chance.
Okay. Are you still working towards it? So
of course we are. Well, I mean, oneness is a process. You can't say you've already attained because with every person you still find out something that you didn't know before. Yes, but
that's true.
Yes, but we are deliberately working at being one. So I think that if we're not able to, there are things I have stood for. That over time I'm like, okay, let it pass. Here, no, she would help me to stand for it, and then later I pick up my pace again and continue, because if one fall, the other person will raise him up. One can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000. So that is where the values must align. The values must align at home. Usually, so for example, I'm a worker in my church. I'm a minister. When certain things are said, or not just in church, like in the body of Christ general, did you see somebody coming out to say, "I thought that what they're preaching is wrong. What they're preaching is wrong. What they're preaching." Now, with all that noise, we have never once been divided as to what we believe. You get what I mean? I'm not ashamed to pick something that people have made controversial. For example, paying of tithe. I won't tell you whether we pay or not, but she and I are not divided as to what to do about that. Okay. So when I talk about values, I'm talking about what we believe, what we act on. We are never divided as to what we want to achieve. We have 2 boys now. Raising children too can easily become a problem. Oh, mommy wants this, so daddy. We're not divided about that. See, if I'm scolding anybody, She wouldn't come in front of them and challenge me. It is maybe later that she'll come and say, I think this is another way we could have handled it. We can handle. But so when I mean values, that's something that you should never break. It is probably the reason why I don't think I find a wife in a nightclub or she's good, but she just went there to. I don't used to do that thing. He's a nice person. No, don't mind the fact that he was drinking and drunken that Friday. You saw him. He's actually a very nice person. I know he's nice. I'm not dragging it with you. You can keep.
Okay, Light. I want to ask you, what are the obvious red flags for going to where not to see a partner?
Or what not to tolerate if you saw it. You carry a bag and run away quickly. Am I correct, David?
Yes.
That temper. I know.
Temper.
I know. I can't.
Rough.
No.
Go on, can't be one.
In a very disrespectful manner in public.
Light now, please pause. Light, pause. The viewer has to realize that the point I'm making is very straightforward. It is possible to have a husband or a wife who does not manifest temper, and where the home can actually be sane, serene, and godly.
Okay.
A lot of people, for want of better experience, they just take it that once in a while, your husband can beat you up. Once in a
Yes, yeah.
Once in a while.
I saw a video where a lady says it is normal for a man to scold a woman.
To rail at her, to shout.
Yes.
Anger issues.
Some people like it.
So that's the problem. I just wanted to
Okay,
make so you may continue.
Go on.
Okay. So like talking to me in a very disrespectful manner in public, like
Even inside. Go on.
Putting
even
you down.
inside, do you get it? Like, no, don't do that to me. Even when something is wrong, let's get back in. Let's get to the four corner of our room. Let's sit and discuss about it. Do you get it? And there's this, what's this thing called? Is it boiling? I'll be boiling. Boiling when you're not supposed to boil. Yes.
Please throw more light.
Like trying to impress, trying to feel among, like, okay, my friend just got this wristwatch. No, bro, we can't do that.
When the money is not there.
When the money is not there, why are you trying to impress? You get it. No, we
Jesus,
can't do that. That's how they keep
Jesus,
going. Even when they start having children, they still keep up with that society standard with their friends and colleagues outside. No, we can't. As I said, all those things, bro. We can't.
By benefit of being married now, let me just say this. So I don't forget, you continue. David, sometimes you may, if indeed you think you found peace with somebody, they may come raw. They call them diamonds in the rough. That's what they call them. The person may come raw. The person may be someone who, once money enters the person's hand, it must finish immediately. Now, when you find that, what you do is simple. It means it's a quality you have that the person lacks. If the person is open to being helped, you know, the Bible says that the woman is the man's help meet, right? A help that is meet for him. So if the person is open to being helped, then you can supply that help. It is the reason when people say money in the home is nobody's money. It is everybody's money. My money, your money is our money. So if you're a better manager, that's what I talk about vulnerability. If you're a better manager, we can put all the money in your hand. If the man is a better manager, let everything be. If the man is a better manager, let it be. And so that way, you see, you can't spend that money and not tell me what you use it for. Not because I am being domineering or controlling, but if we're both accountable, we can easily clearly see where the money is going. That way we can plan. But if the person is not open to being helped, then you know that this person is
I love
that's
the
a red
fact that
flag.
I said open to being helped. You know, some men, they have this ego and everything. They will never like bring themselves or subject themselves to that kind of teaching or learning.
Some men.
I said some. I never said all men.
I know.
Some men, yeah.
Any other thing that obvious red flags for you?
A lot. I get to see them.
If he drinks, if he parties a lot, if he
Parties a lot. He parties a lot as a man. I don't parties. I'm not sure I'm going to be cool with a man that moves from one party to another. No, it's not going to be cool with me because I don't do that.
because they
So definitely, I'll be home and you'll be where?
In that club.
Oh, I'll need to.
In that club.
I'll be in church. You'll be where?
In that club.
And we can't.
you're monitoring him now.
With what?
Monitoring spirit.
I don't understand. With what?
You end up following now. Beautiful. At the end.
And what if I refuse to go?
If you go and live
You
your
start
Anybody
seeing
will like
pictures.
have somebody
Is
you
that
go with party with or what?
you're not seeing
No,
pictures
there's
of
no
him
point
and
trying
like,
to
manage
myself
that.
say, no, I can't manage it.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Something I personally can't take is disrespect
I can't manage it.
in any form. Even if it comes as little as, and you try to address it, and you see that you want to still stand your ground. I must do this, I must do that. Sorry.
Yeah, but how far should you yield?
The thing with disrespect is
I just raised it too. I mean, I'm sorry, and I'm not talking about disrespect. I'm talking about your
I know
values.
that-
The things that you hold strong. How to what extent can you yield ground to? You know, if
for me, that disrespect is a very huge factor. If I really want to speak on that disrespect, because if something happens, even if I do something wrong, I know that if you mess up today, I'm not going to openly disrespect you inside or outside. If I'm going to bring the matter to you, it is going to be calm. I'm not going to call you names. I'm not going to pull out your flaws in front of you and demean you.
Yeah.
So you do not get to come to my face. I know they take rubbish. You do not get to come to my face and say so and so and expect that, oh, she was angry. If you are angry, you wait. There are even some things you will say when you are angry that anger will justify it. But there are just some part of the disrespect. Now, I will not accept a smoker and I will not accept a drinker. I will not even accept someone that goes to parties. I like elite kind of parties that people wear suit and go and you hold wine and you talk open air kind of very
Like,
simple
you don't
something.
believe in changing
I may be,
somebody.
I believe in what?
In changing somebody. Like,
Yeah, let's talk about that.
You don't believe that.
The thing with changing is that I want to actively let you know that Jesus said that he will forgive your sins, but the retribution will come for it. If you've been smoking, if you saw a haggard smoker and today he gives his life to Christ, and because of you he's no more smoking, I'm telling you that the time was coming that the lungs will attack him.
And
Exactly. So there's no dodging the
the
repercussion.
person has changed.
There is still no dodging the repercussion.
But the person has changed.
There is
He's a
still no.
changed
I'm
person.
not okay.
He's a
There are
changed
some things
person.
that you can
She's
change.
telling you what she
Okay,
will
there are
do.
some
Listen to
things.
her now.
There are some things you can change. Okay, there are some things you can change, like the aspect of being the way you are treated, the way the person behaves,
Yeah.
the way. But there are some lifestyle you can't make a wife out of a. Do you know that?
I know.
Exactly. You do not expect that this person will change. I love the vulnerability thing you said. I love the peace of mind in my relationship.
Yeah.
I love that I have security in my relationship.
Yeah,
You
very
can go
important.
wherever you go and come back, and I will not have a second thought. But anything that puts a second thought in my mind, forgive me. I know someone who is tolerating a cheater. That's not
All in the
me.
name of what?
All in the name of love. That is not me. The instant you have the mind to go and see someone else, you have the mind.
Not put all the eggs in one basket.
Not even putting eggs in one basket. Something happened. Not even putting eggs in one basket here too. This is a very good 2 years relationship. And then all of a sudden,
You can
we
break.
hear that in the middle of the 2 years, something happened like that. And you fought. And the idea of getting back is not in my book. I'm never going to fight. If I hear that I will just walk away, because there are a lot of things that would have the conversations, the time you would have spent to build up that conversation, the way you would have neglected
not
me. Exactly. I don't even expect it to change after that
they
kind of
will not
aspect. Exactly. You don't. That's another thing. People who do these things during the first round of courtship, who have normalized that, okay, I'll have to see this person, I have to keep my books open. You go here, you do this, you do that, and then you think closing your book to one person alone is going to be easy. It's not going to be. As far as you've made it a habit during the normal years of your life, now that you want to sit down in someone's house, it's going to be very difficult. You will try, and I'm telling you that if not for Jesus Christ in your life, holding your hand and leading you through that marriage, any small mistake, and that house is scattered. There are some things that if you tell me, I like people that are plain. No matter what it is, tell me the truth.
Yeah.
If you've done something bad, tell me the truth. I will defend you in front of people.
Yeah.
But we will go and discuss that thing that you did. I love plain and
What
simple.
if she tells you what she has done in the past and you cannot?
If I cannot take it, I will walk away. There are some that I can take. There are some that I can forgive.
Up to you when you can't take it.
Hey, calm down. You say, why will you bring your forgive me? Why will you bring your rubbish past and come up?
That is why some people would rather die with their truth. Yes.
See.
That's saying it out.
See. There are some.
Mr. Simon.
Hey,
Sorry,
wait.
let us-
Wait. I want to ask you a very simple question now.
Me or Siri?
Yes, you.
Oh, yeah, Mama.
Someone you have fallen in love with comes in and tells you that they have an STD. Fine, God have blessed you that. Maybe you
So
guys
is
have not
STD
taught
not
yourself.
curable?
Eh?
Is it not
Do you know
falling in love with and came to tell me that
you have HIV?
he has HIV.
No. Okay.
He has
Let
HIV.
me
Go
listen.
on. I'm waiting for you to
He
land.
has HIV.
Maybe it's my
By birth or what?
not by birth now. How do you to get it? The name
No,
is
he gets
what?
it
Do
by-
you know what STD means?
Yes.
So you get the STD through the acts, and you will come. In fact, I think that's the first thing you should even say when we're talking stage. That's the first thing I want to hear, so that now I'm going away.
Check up and go.
Do you know that there's an aspect where you even have to go for a blood test? You have to check a lot of things. You have to know if this person is O positive, AS,
Check
this
their
and that.
compatibility.
Exactly. In that compatibility check, they are still going to check for STDs. STDs, because the money to manage that thing is a lot. Oh.
God forbid, anyways. I'm not.
So there are some things. There's some things I can take. There are some things you can change. I'm not saying there are some things you cannot change, but there are some things you can change. But then there are just some
there's
you
something
walk away from.
I come to realize that whatever that makes me stay like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is November.
Mm-hmm. I know where you're heading with that statement. Go on.
I'm not sure I want to bend or try to understand anybody.
Are
Whatever that
you
makes me stand.
Are you
like this,
are you seeing?
be like this till now. No. I'm not bending for anyone. No.
See, nobody
No,
would.
I know it's
Nobody
my
would.
personal decision.
There
Do you
is
get it?
nothing wrong with
Mm-hmm.
somebody who has an STD
Oh Jesus!
marrying somebody, another person who also has.
Oh no!
How do you not a change person? How do you mean
What
did the person not a change person?
Did you-
Calm down. What I just said now is that for a couple of years she's been single and she's been very, very, very celibate. Now she's not going to just accept somebody that comes and the person is
Exactly,
a
yeah, because-
That's what I'm
community.
saying. That if somebody who has an STD
Mm-hmm.
No.
marries another person who has
Well,
an
okay, that is fine, Sha.
that's excellent.
Wonderful.
There's nothing
Take
wrong
your
with
exactly.
No,
Your
don't laugh,
excellency
don't
away
laugh.
from my.
It's
Okay,
fine.
okay,
It's fine like
sensitive.
that. It's fine like that. It's
Don't
okay.
laugh.
They should
Don't
marry.
laugh.
But they cannot. But you
Me denying
that-
myself of some things and
Yeah,
then
you know,
no.
so-
No.
and
I'll not do that.
that would have taken us into another realm
I'll
of
not do it.
conversation,
Mm-hmm.
which is to say that for me, because of my personal Christian faith,
Mm-hmm.
there are certain people that I may not be so willing and quick to go into. For example, a new believer who has had such,
No,
because we won't be on the same
yeah.
level of
Ish. Do you get-
conversation.
So you said a
You
new
get-
believer. What
you
if
get-
really the person is a
Hey,
You hear
it's
what
not
I
about
said?
a new believer, but this person just delivered the person from some kind of shaggy,
So-
some nonsense the person used to do.
So the person's
Yeah.
conversation level isn't exactly where,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
but you can help the person grow.
that's fine as your pastor, as your elder brother, and
But
so on.
I'm
But
Not as your wife. Oh.
because look, you see, now the thing is this: do you know the reason you cannot claim to be born again and and say you want to follow up your ex?
No.
It's not going to work
No.
because where emotions are
Ah,
attached,
Can't work.
it's difficult.
Cannot work.
Not, but so long story short, anyways, you were talking about the red flags, right? I think we put that in a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
There is a level to which if somebody is unduly, and I use the word advisedly in quote, unduly attached to family.
Mm-hmm.
My own, the book I read said, for this cause, a man shall leave mother and father
Oh, talking
and
about
cleave
mommy's
to
boy,
his wife,
mommy's girl.
Oh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But that living and cleaving is for both parties.
Mm-hmm.
If the other person is unduly attached to family, I won't fault it. But it may make me reconsider whether I sincerely want to.
Because there'll be problem.
Yes, because for everything that happens in your home, it's like there's a mirror. No, there's a mirror. The CIA is with you in the house. Everything you wanted to do, want to do, will want to do, you're about to do,
Your family
are trying to do.
Oh,
The thing is,
God.
and you'll be getting phone calls every 2 minutes. I don't know
family headquarter.
if you're emotionally strong to be married to a clan. Why? If
you just sit where we come in, there's no man that will
but
take that kind of thing.
if you think it's something that you cannot do, then you also need. I didn't say don't marry. I said
I'm not sure there's a man that can do that.
I didn't say don't marry. I said you may want to reconsider how you want to.
Reconsider.
You're putting words in my mouth. I don't like that.
I'm just saying.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
Before
we go, please. Serious. Can you accept and agree if a woman is completely open to you? That okay, these are the things I've done in the past. Okay,
there's a degree of things you can accept now.
You can follow up as a pastor.
No. This is the fact, right? We've all been someplace. Nobody was born a saint. And in the course of our journey, like before we came to Christ, we've all been through stuff. So that's why I said that the person should not be somebody who just got saved or delivered 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. I was once somewhere. But see how far I've traveled, and then I've come to the point of marriage. Probably somebody who has also had a relatively
long amount of time with
travel,
Jesus
like
Christ.
who has. You see, because it must be. There's a reason my wife trusts me. Maybe because there's a reason she trusts me, and people like me too should be able to trust me. There are some things you do by knowledge because they are supposed to be done. And so if you've not acquired that, when I do some things, you won't understand where I'm coming from. You will still think that it's okay to play with fire and that you won't get burnt. But I'll tell you that the anointing on me is to run away from fire and not to even go close to it. So if the person has also traveled a relatively healthy amount of time with proven record of knowledge and why not? Then we can. But because the fact is, everybody has been through something. And we've been, so why would you now try to make it look like you are
to add to that thing you said, like there is, everybody has gone through something, so there's a particular line that it is visible for everybody and everybody knows. If you have crossed this line, it is very considerable of you to let the person know that you've crossed this line.
Yes.
Okay. Now once you've said it, it is now of the person's decision to stay or not to stay. But there are some things that, okay, everybody's doing it, you were doing it, fine, we're all in this together, it's fine now, it's okay. But if you have to do past what people used to do, you talk. So we will know.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's the reason I personally advocate that if you have a mentor, or what I would rather call a discipler, this is the role that person ought to play for you.
Okay.
Typically, I don't think that on the matter of marriage, right, it would just be me talking to a lady and two of us on our own terms. We proceed with it. Even if it is up to me to make up my mind whether I want to marry her or not. But when I have, I'll be guided on how to go about it, frankly speaking. But more important for ladies, okay, they'll be guided and be told, okay, there's a certain, because if you are certain that this is the path you want to take, the source of your certainty matters. If that source can as much as tell you that this is the path to go, why can't that source also work on the person? Yes, the mind to say. So when you say that it was the Holy Spirit that told me, of course the Holy Ghost told me to marry her. So if he told me to marry her, if I had such a past and the time came for me to tell her, why can he tell me to marry her and cannot go ahead to convince her instead of what I tell her? Do you get it now? So that's the path.
That's great.
This has been a very enlightening episode, and very. Guys and ladies, a life partner is very important. You get a good life partner. It is very, very important, because for the rest of your life, there are some nonsense you cannot take now. It will build up, and at some point of the line, you will not be able to take it again. So do what is best for you, not even for your partner. Who is best for you. And that's a wrap for this episode. Bye for now.
Bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.